A normal afternoon in Pasadena turned tense after former San Diego resident Lloyd Nelson made an illegal U-turn in front of police on Colorado Boulevard. When asked to stop, Nelson suddenly got out of the car in the middle of the road, quickly turned around and sped away. A nearly 20-minute chase began through downtown streets as Nelson weaved through busy areas without stopping. After a dangerous chase, the police decided to end the direct pursuit and let the helicopter continue to monitor from above. However, when Nelson continued to drive wildly through residential areas, the police were forced to restart the pursuit, determined not to let him escape. All eyes were now on the Mitsubishi as it sped towards its end. The pursuit ended dramatically at the intersection of Corson Street and Allen Avenue, when Nelson crashed head-on into a Pasadena patrol car that was not directly involved in the pursuit. Without stopping, Nelson opened the door, pulled out a gun, and opened fire on the officers who were getting out of the car. In the chaotic gunfire, Nelson was killed on the spot, while an officer was unfortunately shot in the leg by a friendly fire and rushed to the hospital. The incident ended with ambulance sirens and the heavy atmosphere of a life-or-death shootout in the middle of a crowded street.
But you're okay? Let me just check you out real quick, okay? I'm gonna check you out, man. I wanna make sure you're not hurt.
Should we go check down or? Yeah.
Oh, what's up? Shit, yeah, but stay up right now. It's fine. Let me just check you, man. I want to make sure you're good. Let me look at your face. Okay, have a seat. Calm down, man. Take a breath. Yeah, just take a breath. Yeah, have a seat. Have a seat, man. You're okay. You okay?
We're good.
Late at night in Little Rock, Arkansas, a bronze red Dodge Charger was speeding down the highway. Police spotted the car traveling at speeds exceeding 140 miles per hour. In the darkness, sirens blared and the wind howled as the chase began, taking the two into dangerous territory at extremely high speeds. The suspect suddenly veered off the freeway and drove straight into the city. The car maintained a speed of over 90 miles per hour, speeding through intersections, red lights, residential areas, as if traffic laws did not exist. The police force continued to follow despite the risky situation, and other vehicles gradually moved to the sides to avoid it. The atmosphere was tense throughout the city.
You gotta put your hands straight up, Hands straight up. You better get on your face right here on this concrete. Hurry up! You lay right there.
After re-entering the freeway, the suspect continued to accelerate, but the police were ready. Near coordinates N 34-70187, W92.40280, the officer executed a precise pit maneuver, ramming the rear of the Charger. The suspect vehicle spun violently and flipped, crashing into the median. The suspect was apprehended as he tried to crawl out of the vehicle. The high-speed chase ended without mercy. It all started at 9:45 a.m. in El Dorado Park, South Africa. Security cameras captured a daring thief removing the headlights from a parked Volkswagen Polo. Minutes later, he jumped into another white VW Polo and sped off, setting off a tense chase with the Pro Shield private security team.
Straat links, ons ry nou noord in Straat. Hier volgens. Stadmanstraat regs, Stadmanstraat regs, Stadmanstraat regs, gaan Jan Koetsee toe. Wat van jou opsloeg my? Okay, Jan Koetsee regs, ons gaan Stormvol toe. Ry nou links in Stormvol, ons gaan Eastland toe. Ag, eers terug.
The suspect car sped through busy streets, ran red lights, and weaved dangerously between people and vehicles. Pro Shield security officers had to follow closely at high speed, risking their lives to control the subject. It was a breathtaking sequence of actions that lasted nearly 5 minutes, leaving viewers unable to take their eyes off.
Alles 3 in die kar. Reeds vir reference, Lima taal 72 Victor Tango. Lima taal 72 Victor Tango. Ons is nog steeds aan Daniel Straat. Okay, weer rechts in Daniel, hy vat my in cirkels. Eerste is Carl Davies, richting Joseph. Dit is net fucking moeilik. Ja, check die lagers op die RD. Number 6, location on response. Location on response. Okay, op St. Joseph. Frank Adams. Draai links Frank Adams af, noord Frank Adams. Ja, Ranger, kom hier tot op volgende. Okay, rechts in Veldman. Okay, rechts in John Paulson. Okay, weer rechts in Frank Adams. Lyk hulle gaan. Okay, links in Veldman. Okay, dis Hans Kaverdal, rechts in Hans Kaverdal. Ja, af, in eerste rust in, af, ons kom niet vir die BP.
Finally, at 14:56, the security vehicle closed in and executed a perfect tactical pit. The suspect's VW Polo spun out of control and came to a stop. In a split second, both vehicles came to a standstill, damaged. The frantic chase was over, and justice had been served.
All right, now we're finna go in the Mallard Point.
In Alberta, Alabama, at approximately noon on August 11, 2023, police arrived at a home on Old Foley Highway to serve an arrest warrant for wanted suspect Charles Moore, 46. As soon as he saw the police car, Moore did not hesitate. He immediately stepped on the gas and fled, hitting speeds of up to 90 miles per hour on the highway, starting a thrilling chase that lasted for 12 minutes.
Back on 98, headed towards the Beach Express. We're going to turn right and go 1060. Just run the red light. We're going towards Foley, westbound on 98.
Guys have to tell anyone.
Notify Foley, he's extremely 10-100.
There's 20.
Pick on lane.
One Poplar. To Pecan Street. That's 305. He just turned southbound on Stewart Street, south off of 98. South on Stewart Street. Nickel Stewart.
301's got the lead.
Charles Moore drove recklessly through mobile home parks, residential areas, and crowded parking lots, passing close to parked vehicles and trucks. Police attempted to block him, but Moore tried to escape, colliding with a patrol car as he drove past the Winn-Dixie supermarket, seriously endangering nearby residents.
From his area towards 90. Coming back out on Juniper, 59, west on Hamilton towards 59.
He's looping around Pinner. He's headed back towards the Dixie parking lot. If y'all get a chance, put him out. Take him out. It's too dangerous. Take him out. You just hit me. Back out on 59.
The chase ended when Moore drove into a McDonald's parking lot, was forced to stop, and fled on foot into an O'Reilly Auto Parts store. There, authorities subdued and arrested the suspect. Charles Moore was taken into custody on a series of new charges, and no one was injured in the incident. A peaceful afternoon in the center of Prague suddenly turned chaotic when the police spotted an unusual caravan. When the authorities signaled the car to stop, the driver immediately accelerated and sped away. A tense chase began in the capital's crowded traffic, where every second counts. The caravan recklessly drove into the opposite lane, nearly colliding with a bus carrying passengers. He had a minor collision with another car, but did not stop. The police followed every turn trying to stop this dangerous behavior in the middle of a crowded street. The caravan lost control and crashed into a parked car and destroyed a roadside fence. The driver and his female passenger jumped out of the car and ran away in vain. Within seconds, both were arrested at the scene. The driver tested positive for drugs, ending a wild chase in the heart of Prague.